right, so today we're going to be working the jab cross series, specifically cross counters. Now, Jeet Kune Do has a lot of them, and a lot of them, like I've been learned up to 22 or 23 of them. A lot of them I don't do. You keep it to the basics. I'm going to show you a few of them that work really, really high percentage, and a few that just are garbage. We're here, for right now, we'll be in right lead. The truth be known is that if I didn't know Eli, I would be in open stance. This is how C. Joe Bruce would engage in fighters and people he didn't know, right? He would be in this position here, so that way when he throws his cross, it has a long distance to go. Whereas if I'm in my right lead and he throws his cross, that's much shorter, right? So if I didn't know Eli, I'd be here, so when he jab crosses, I can do whatever move I want to do, and I have that distance to manage. So if you don't practice open stance, it's really something you should work on, because if we are moving around here, that distance becomes much greater than I can manage that. Whereas if I match his lead, that's a lot closer. So the first one is probably the easiest in my opinion and the most underutilized is going to be the shoulder roll. When I shoulder roll, I want to make sure that I protect my face. And I used to make this mistake a lot where if you jab cross and I would just do that. I would just go like that, thinking I'm really cool. I'm going to show it off. And then eventually I would fight somebody and then he would go and I would, to prevent that, when he comes in, keep this hand up. So after you got that one down, the next one is an extension of that. It's called the elbow deflection. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of sneaky. So he throws a jab cross here, and I lift it up with my elbow. It's kind of like the shoulder roll, and then I just kind of pop it up there. Sometimes I've done this in sparring, and they just basically punch me in the massive forehead that I have, where he comes in, goes up, and hit me right in the forehead. So instead, you have to kind of, I squat with it. Okay, so he comes in, ooh, like that. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's it. That's ignoring the lower half of our body. For both of those techniques, we can add in a kick. Yep. So he throws in there, and I shoulder roll and I kick. This one's not my favorite because I always end up, when I do this, I'm off balance and I get hit. So I really commit on the cross. Bonk, and I get hit like that. And I feel like sometimes I didn't have the damage that I wanted. But that's probably just my problem and not the technique's fault. If I had shoes on and he throws it, you know, that changes it when I hit in the groin. Or if I'm here and I kick right there, but we don't have shoes on, so I try not to do that because my toes are sensitive. Now, if I shoulder roll this way, it's an outside leg kick, which is somewhat effective, right? If you've ever been Charlie horse there from someone who becomes really good Muay Thai kick. So the same could be said from the open stance. Bing, there, and that was with the elbow deflection. One more time, and I could get that there. So that's something to try, and what it does is it gets them thinking like, I was punching, but I got hit. Yeah, and it messes with me. If I'm thinking I'm punching and all of a sudden I get kicked or something, yeah, I always just pause. So those are some of the more simple ones, like besides just parry or catch. So let's go into some of the older school ones that kind of have lost their way. So we jab crosses here, and I come out to the outside. They call this Noi Wong Pak Yuji. So this would have been a thinner jab. He comes in again, here, and like that. Let's go real slow. Here I parry, and I get this hand up like that, hit there. I love this to death, but it's just, it's hard to land with any authority with gloves on. So if you have a sport mindset with this, like if you're sparring in Muay Thai, they're gonna be like, what do you hit me with, bro? So he comes in here, and I'm like that. But if that's my open hand, then I can get some nice eyeball action there. Sometimes I'll mess it up because his hand is there. That was good. Because again, which is good, because he should be he should be learning to defend that like naturally. Like you're across, you don't leave. That's another problem with Jeet Kune Do. Sometimes when he throws that hand out, he'll leave it out there and I can do my cool move. But in reality, you don't fight like this, right? Which I wish they did, but they don't. So instead, he's pulling his hand back, so now I don't have that same target. This is where trapping really works. You jab crosses, got the fox out there, or you got the lops out there. That's when trapping can work. Like Lomachenko, when he's here, like that stuff works. Sometimes when you're here, the compound trapping doesn't work unless you make it work. Last one, and this one I hate, but if you land it, I'll give you $1. Not really. So he comes again, here, that's what I wanted. It's a little different. So one more time. Here, like that. So it's parry, tan sao, hit. They call it pak in Loi pak, tan sao, hit. The reason I don't like this is because there's a lot of moves. Right, when you jab cross, I'm here, another jab cross. No, you're fine. Here, now jab cross like normal. Yeah, see, it doesn't, it just looks like I'm flailing. Think about it this way. See how that one works? You can always change up trapping to make it more applicable to now and day fighting, right? Where I can get that slap. Or, here, got the clinch. Oh, I thought he needed his elbow. You okay?
Yes.
Good, I'm okay too. I just funny bone. All right, here comes it again. But now I can get the clinch here, or get that pass here to the body lock. Both. We have shoulder roll, elbow deflection, Noi Wong Pak Yuji, and Loi Pak Tanda. Okay? So have fun with that. Let me know if it works for you. And yeah, Eli? Hit the like and subscribe. Thanks, man. And I would and get hit right in the face. So to prevent that, when he comes in.